Hello everybody, and welcome to my second episode of Let's Hate. And for this episode, thought I'd go with another old favorite, or dubious favorite from my childhood, from the fellows at GameTech, who you may remember for producing that Double Dare game that I covered last time. This is American Gladiators, and LGAN gets a lot of shit for producing bad games, particularly on the NES. GameTech, probably as bad, if not worse. So of course, this is American Gladiators. This is the biography section right here, where we get all these really 90s looking, just buff, superhuman people here. And I'm just gonna skip by this and go to a tournament. So this is essentially a minigame collection, before minigame collections really existed. So if you bought this as a kid, you were immediately pissed off because, well, I mean, not only is it a minigame collection, but every game sucks pretty badly with maybe one exception. Maybe one exception. So here all I'm doing is entering my name so that I can continue. And, this is kind of a harbinger of things to come, because even this name select screen is almost impossible to control. It's so sluggish that I can't get to the letters properly, even when I'm, jamming the damnedest on the D-pad that I possibly can. And I think they only allow 4-letter names. Oh no, my bad. 6-letter names, so it's another game where hopefully you're not named like Alexander or something. Let's enter myself here. I've entered a one-on-one competition, so it's going to be me against some kind of superhuman. Sean, another, thankfully 4-letter name person. So the first game here is going to be, actually I don't remember the names of these games at all, but this is probably the best game from the show. It's the one where you, run through this gauntlet here and then try to pick up these Nerf crossbows to shoot at this guy. And the serious problem here that you can find is that here's your crosshair here in the top left. So rather than have something that would be kind of intuitive to aim, like maybe a crosshair on the fucking screen, you get this esoteric kind of setup where you have to, I don't even know, gauge the relative position of where you are and where the target is, and then kind of just wing it. I'm gonna go top left here, maybe we'll get lucky. Not quite. That one wasn't so bad though. Actually, the controls on this are pretty bad, but not as bad as they get in some of the other levels of the game. So basically, if you don't hit them, it just becomes a game of trying to get points. Oh, that one almost got me. So I think every time you shoot the gun, you get 1 point. Ah, totally got beamed there. And if you get hit, obviously your game is over. But I only had 15 seconds left anyway. So I'm just trying to outpoint Sean, essentially. And the AI is always either super amazing or super fucking horrible. And it's looking right now like Sean might be horrible. So now we get the human cannonball, and I've got a similar complaint here to the one that I had in Double Dare, where it just fucking starts and you're like, I don't understand what these 2 meters are or where I should hit them, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. I'm going to assume in the middle. You have to hold the A button to tuck in your legs. Too high, I think. That zoom in on the crowd did not do any favors. Too far right. So, which one of those meters was left right? Which one was power? I have no idea. Thankfully, Sean still has 0 points. Now, this is the only game that's actually, half decent. And even still, the physics in this are a serious problem. You can see, these balls must be made out of Velcro, because every time I run into one of the gladiators here, it just freezes me in my fucking tracks. And, of course, I can't get away from them, because the fucking Nitro here has got turbo in his ball. Alright, let's try to go over to this one. You have to alternate between the balls, or you don't get any points, which actually sounds like fantastic sex advice as well. Ladies. Let's just keep this up. The other thing that's good about this is the only minigame in the entire game that has different music. So, and it's actually, it's kind of a bumpin' soundtrack here. I kind of like it. This should be remixed. Do a Nicki Minaj song. Get it up there. Sean's actually kind of kicking our ass here. I'm not doing as well as I usually do at this game. This is one where you can actually make up a lot of ground on the computer if you're losing. But I mean, if you're like most people, you're probably not going to play this game after the first time you play this game. Damn it. Sean got me there. 3 extra points. I think he's going to be ahead going into the next one. By 1 point, okay. Now this game is fucking nonsense, if I remember correctly. This is you have to grab balls and then put them into hoops, which sounds like it would be really easy, but actually the serious problem... Oh, never mind. Talking out of my ass. This is the best game in the entire show, the one where you can just spin this thing over your head and smack the guy in the face. Now, I think there's some kind of glitch in this one, because as long as you just do this super move, and you're, sufficiently out of range, they can never hit you. So this is a game that I'm pretty sure I've never actually fucking lost. You just stand here twirling this thing over your head, making those green lines appear in the top left of the screen. I don't know if I'm like hacking the game right now. I gotta get a little bit closer, I think. Oh, now he's starting to put up some kind of a defense. Oh no, I think that'll be it for him. If I can just get him one more time, smack him right across his face. Yeah, there we go. And he just kind of bows down like he's gonna suck my dick or something. I didn't realize that American Gladiators had such a heavy price to pay for the losers. And of course, somehow I racked up like a fuck ton of points in that game. 10, which is probably enough to actually win the game just by itself. This is the game that I was talking about before. That's fucking bullshit because it's almost impossible to put the ball into the hoop. You have to be standing in exactly the right spot. And look, like I missed. I was standing right next to it. How hard is it to put this ball in the hoop? Let's see, and of course I've got fucking Bill Romanowski here. Refuses to let me get by. Here we go. I missed again? Come on. Like, if you're standing in the wrong spot when you try to pick up the ball, it won't work either. Okay, there we go. I finally got 1 point. Sean's kicking my ass here. I used to play college ball. Okay, I gotta fake out both of these assholes here. At least I didn't miss on that one. I was kind of akimbo. I got lucky. Oh, fuck, man. These guys are like fucking super tackling robots. You gotta go to the other side also to get your next ball. But luckily, it looks like Sean's getting ass fucked right now at the same time. This is a game that, you know, I never owned it as a kid, but I definitely rented it and was just like immediately pissed off that I could have rented like Yoshi's Story, but instead I picked up American Gladiators because, you know, I was a 5-year-old kid. What do I know? Sean got some points on me back there, but I believe there's only 2 mini-games left, and I'd be very surprised if Sean could beat me. Although he will almost certainly kick my ass when we come to the wall climbing section. This has possibly the worst controls I've ever played in any game in my whole life. You're supposed to hold the direction down and then tap the A key to move, but you always get stuck for like seemingly no reason. This is the closest I can like approximate this to. Is it's kind of like a bad rhythm game. It's entirely dependent on timing, but the real problem is that it's just poorly programmed. But actually, I'm doing pretty goddamn well here. I think this is the reverse Let's Play curse, where actually I was talking about things that were bad about the game, and ended up succeeding with aplomb. So anyway, hopefully you still got what I meant when I said there, because now I'm up on Sean by 11 points, so it's highly unlikely that he's going to be coming back from this deficit when the only game we have left is the Gauntlet, which is actually kind of disgustingly easy. So all you do here, the only thing that's kind of confusing about this is that you have to tap left and right to run, which is like the most unbelievable run setup that I've ever possibly encountered in my entire life. So you can see that Sean might be suffering from some kind of palsy based on the fact that he'll be running full speed and then he'll just stop and then it'll be like he's running through molasses and, you know, sometimes he'll just stand still as if he's gotten like the greatest thought in the world. Now we just gotta go through the hurdle section, and we're almost done the game. So this has been like 5 minutes, 6 minutes maybe, and you have seen everything that American Gladiators has to offer. The second mode in the game is actually just exactly the same as this, except it's a tournament, so you have to win like 4 games in a row to win. You can do it, Sean! You look like the Juggernaut, except he's gone through atrophy or something. So this has been American Gladiators, and you can see why as a child. Even, oh my god, what's wrong with the font? Even just renting the game was a huge disappointment for me. A formative experience that has made me the cynical asshole that I am today. Thank you guys for watching Let's Hate American Gladiators. I will see you next time. Actually, P.S. I'm looking for more games that would be appropriate to Let's Hate. So please, if you have some, leave a comment and I'll check them all out and then do the ones that I deem appropriate. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.